assignment. She believes they are good readers. I hope children enjoy reading. I'm sure you will be enjoy reading, and we are happy we are finishing. And why I can remove this from all these sentences? Because I have my introductory phrase, but also my noun clause has subject. In this case, the subject is you, the subject is they, the subject is or the children, you, and we. And I have a verb, complete, enjoy reading, are. That's what I can omit, that. Okay? And basically, those are the noun clauses. Okay? Now, let's try to do more exercises. Okay? Look at this one. Remember that everything is about reading. And it says, I guess Mr. is just airing my thing. What is the introductory clause there? My introductory phrase, ¿cuál creen que es en la primera? I guess Mr. is just airing my thing. Which one? I guess. Very good. Yes, because I guess appears in the list of verbs that they have it here or they have it here. Okay. If it doesn't appear, it's okay, but guess is also an introductory phrase. I didn't know he had a new book out. What is my introductory phrase?
The second?
I didn't.
I didn't know. Very good. And number 3, do you think I could borrow it when you're done with it?
Do you think?
Very good. And now, where can I use the connector that? ¿Dónde lo colocarían en la primera?
I guess that mysteries.
Very good. And the number 2?
I didn't know that.
And the number 3?
Do you think that I could?
Okay, very good. And if you remember, all these phrases are in the conversation. Okay? The word that can be omitted. Why can be omitted? Because I have mysteries is my subject. He is the subject. I is the subject. I have a verb. I have a verb had, are, and I have a verb that is borrow. And then I have my complement. That's why it makes sense if I said, I guess that mysteries just aren't my thing, or I guess mysteries just aren't my thing. Okay? Let's go for the next one. Okay? Now, miremos aquí. That is the one that you have in the book. Okay? The first part is the one that you have in the book. Now, write statements and questions with noun clauses using that. Now, in the instructions you have to use that. They are giving you the introductory phrase. I think, I believe, I didn't know. Are you sure? Are you disappointed? I'm happy. Those are introductory phrases. And there they are giving you the noun clause. But they want that they use that. Look at the first one. Todo tiene que tener relación, ¿ok? No es solo de colocarle el that y ya. Tienen que ver que tenga relación y coherencia la estructura de la oración que usted está realizando. I think that the author Pablo Coelho be from Brazil. No lo podemos dejar así, ¿verdad? ¿Cuál es la conjugación? Is from Brazil. And you have your noun clause. The introductory part, the connector, and the noun clause. Okay? Number 2. How would you do the number 2?
I believe that the novel Juliet takes place in Italy.
Only one little mistake. Remember that you have to be careful with the structure of the grammar. If it's in past, if it's in present, if it's a question. What is missing in the number 2? I believe that
What takes place in Italy?
No.
I believe the novel Juliet took place in Italy.
I think that these verbs can be omitted, but that.
No. Look at this one. It says, be from Brazil. I know that I cannot use be from Brazil because the right conjugation with the verb to be with he is. He is Brazilian. We cannot say he be Brazilian. No, because the verb is the verb to be. But when you use the pronoun he, you have to use is. What happened when you have the novel? The novel is an it. Yes? It's an object. And you have a verb. What is missing to this verb?
Takes.
Yes. I believe the novel Juliet takes place in Italy. Why? Because we're talking about present. Okay? And because with the novel, it, he, she, it, the verb goes with S. How would you do the number 3?
I didn't know that UK author J.K. Rowling is writing a new novel in 2014.
Okay. Are you sure about the verb? It is something that happened in the present or in the past?
I didn't know UK author J.K. Rowling wrote a new novel in 2010.
Okay, very good. That is the one, sorry. Okay, that is the one that we have here. I didn't know that UK author J.K. Rowling wrote a new novel in 2014. That would be the past. Okay, let's go for the other one. Are you sure? It's a question. Are you sure Peruvian author Mario Vargas Llosa write the novel The Feast of the Goat in 1988? 98, sorry.
Are you sure that Peruvian author Mario Vargas Llosa wrote the novel The Feast of the God in 1998?
Very good. It's in past because it already passed. Look at the year. Okay. Are you disappointed U.S. author Stephen King not win the Nobel Prize of Literature yet? Analyze this one. I need an auxiliary because you cannot use only not win, but also this word. I use this word most of the time with which tenses? Already, yet. Which are the tense of the verb that I use yet?
Already?
Present. Okay, but which is the tense? Present, past, present perfect. Which one do I use?
Present perfect.
Uh-huh. So in this case will be, are you disappointed? Yes, tell me. Sorry.
Are you disappointed that U.S. author Stephen King had not already win the Nobel Prize for Literature?
Okay. Don't use the already. Don't use the already. Solo hice una referencia que already and yet son dos conectores o son dos palabras que se utilizan mucho con el presente perfecto. ¿Ok? Y con el presente perfecto, ¿cómo va el verbo? ¿En presente, en pasado o en pasado participio?
Pasado participio.
Ok, hagámoslo otra vez.
Are you disappointed that U.S. author Stephen King has not won the Nobel Prize for Literature yet?
Very good. Okay. And the last one, I'm happy that Chinese author Mo Yan win in 2012.
I am happy that the Chinese author Mu Yan won in 2012.
Okay, very good. And those are the phrases that we have here. Okay. I think that you have the that here, but also is. I believe that the novel Juliet takes. I didn't know that. Wrote. Why wrote? Because we're talking about past year. Are you sure that wrote? Why? Because of the year. And it's a question. Are you sure? So are started with the auxiliary to be. That's what is a question here. Another one. Are you disappointed? Okay. And here. I'm happy that Chinese. This is an introductory phrase with an adjective. Introductory phrase in a question, but with an adjective. In an introductory phrase, using an adjective, using a verb, and a verb. Introductory phrases. And if you want, you can use that. If not, it's okay. Get the idea of this one?
Yes.
Yes. Most of the time, the book is presenting you the introductory phrase. So remember that you are in level 10. The idea of the last three courses are that you are developing more grammar structures that will increase the level of your speaking. It's not the same that what do you think about drugs? They are bad for your health. It's not the same that if you have more words and you start a phrase like, well, I believe that drugs are bad for your health because and you start making your point of view. Okay? It sounds more formal. It sounds more sophisticated. It sounds like you really learn English. It sounds like you're really studying it. And it sounds like you have a lot of vocabulary to show. Okay? It's not like direct questions. Okay? Let's go for this one. Unscramble the words and write statements and questions with noun clauses. Use that. I'm this biography, Smith wrote sure. Now they are unscrambled. You're supposed to write them in order.
I'm sure that Smith wrote this biography.
Okay, let's go for the number 2.
I hope that Greer writes another thriller.
Okay, good. Number 3.
Did you know that Newsom wrote self-help books more than 50?
Again, one more time. You got it. It's only misplaced two phrases, and that's it.
Did you know that Newsom wrote more than 50 self-help books?
Good. Number 4.
Do you think can you print 100 copies by tomorrow?
Okay. What is missing? Use that.
Do you think that you can print 100 copies by tomorrow?
By tomorrow. Okay. Good. Number 5.
Number 4, for example, do you think that you can print 100 copies by tomorrow?
Okay. Good. Yes. What about the number 5? In a minute, we'll return. Try to do the number 5. Let's see who has the number 5.
Are you disappointed the tailor couldn't lengthen your skirt?
Okay. Are you disappointed that the tailor? Very good. And number 6.
We have forgotten that Brewer um, never wrote an autobiography.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Okay. And those are the answers. I think that Steven has a new book out. Instead of saying all that, you make it shorter and you use a phrase using a verb and the word so. I believe so. And that's it. Okay? Or I believe so, or I hope so, or I guess no, or this different type of verbs. Be careful, it says. I don't think so. Usted puede decir, I don't think so. I don't believe so. Ok, pero a guess y a hope no le puede agregar I don't. Esos se quedan como I guess not. I hope not. Those are rules that we have in English. Ok, miren aquí. Okay. Do you think that Ernest Hemingway has interesting books? Okay. I think so. I believe so. I guess so. Or I hope so. My opinion is I hope that Ernest Hemingway has interesting books. Okay. Instead of saying I hope that Ernest Hemingway has interesting books, you only use I hope so. And that word so replaces all these sentences, all these non-clauses. And you're making your answer shorter. Do you think that violent movies are okay for children? What would be your opinion using all these verbs? Do you think that violent movies are okay for children?
I believe so.
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. Very good. Yes?
I guess not.
I guess not. I hope no. Okay. What if I ask you, do you think that reading is a good habit nowadays?
I think so.
I think so. I
I
don't
believe
think
so.
so.
Or I don't think so. Okay. Do you think that spending too much time on the computer make you smarter? Do you think that spending too much time in front of the computer makes you smarter?
I guess so. I guess not.
I guess not. I guess so. Okay. That is the idea of these verbs. Okay. Just be careful. When you want to deny with guess or when you want to deny with hope, you don't use don't. You only use I guess not. I hope not. Do you believe that in 100 years, humanity would be ended? What would you think? What is your opinion? Do you think in 100 years humanity would be ended?
I hope so.
I hope so. Yes?
Yes.
Or I guess not. Or I hope not. Or I don't think so. Or I don't believe so. Okay? That is the idea of these verbs, that they just give you a shorted idea about what you think. Okay? Now let's go to the practice. Complete a conversation, use negative short answer. Okay? What is a negative short answer with guess? Did Stephen King write a new book?
I guess not.
Okay. So what is the structure? So that will be, what did you say? I guess not. Very good. Are you going to read War and Peace?
I think so.
In
I-
negative.
So I don't think so.
Okay, there I want you that you put in negative because that isn't the way you're going to practice which verbs you have to use the auxiliary and which verbs you don't have to use the auxiliary. So I don't think so. Have you ever heard The Old Man and the Sea by Hemingway?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so.
Okay, very good. Do you and your colleague have enough volunteers for the author's talk on Tuesday? We don't have
I,
any, so
I don't guess so. I don't guess.
I guess not.
I guess not.
very good. Recuérdense que con guess usted no puede utilizar el auxiliar don't. Ok, tendría solo que ser I guess not. Can I get all these magazines delivered to school by the end of the week?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me go to this one. Very good. Do you need a painkiller for your headache?
I hope so.
I hope not.
I don't. I hope not. So
I hope not.
I hope not. I shouldn't. It says I should just stop reading in the dark, obviously. Okay. Now, did you get the idea of the verb guess, think, believe, hope? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Which are the two verbs that you cannot use an auxiliary? Only say not, and that's it.
Yes and hope.
Guess and hope. I guess not. I hope not. Okay. And the rest you can use don't. Why? Because it's an exception in English. Okay. Not necessarily. Okay. Now. Okay. Non-clauses. Direct objects. Miren todas estas. Main clause. I didn't know. I think. Did you forget? En algunas le llaman main clause y esta es de non-clause. En algunas le llaman introductory phrases. O sea que la main clause or introductory phrases son las mismas. And this one is the connector that connects this idea and this idea. But this one can be omitted. Okay? Most of the time you use it in written English because it sounds more formal. But when you are speaking, you can also use it. Okay? It's okay. I didn't know, I think, did you forget, we agree, they believe, you feel. Okay? It says, I didn't know he wrote this book. I suppose you're ready to take that exam. Am I right? So that's my opinion. Okay? We doubt you can do it. Okay? We hear that they have given up. I see that you're happy. You understand that I have to go. So probably you talk to your kid. You understand that I have to go to work, right? So because we need to pay the bills, we need to pay this. So you're explaining your kids why you're going to work. Okay? I hope that they will get money. Or I remember that I was there at that time. Okay? Those are main clauses, introductory clauses, the connector, and the non-clause. What is a non-clause? Because they have a subject, they have a verb, and they have a complement. Okay? And that can be omitted. Okay? Miren aquí. We have more. Okay? More examples. I think that Miguel Ángel Asturias is a famous writer. I knew that Mandela was a biography. So Mandela is the name of a book and it's a biography. I didn't know that The Old Man and the Sea was a novel. I'm sure that The Love Letter is a romance novel. She was surprised that the book was a cliffhanger. He guesses that Great Short Stories is a fast read book. Okay, remember that everything is about reading. Okay, short stories. Okay, and we're using the introductory phrases with some of the vocabulary. Trash, hard to follow, fast to read, bestseller, cliffhanger, or a page turner. Okay? Now, you can also describe books using all these type of adjectives, not necessarily only this page turner, bestseller. You have observing, enjoyable, fascinating, gripping, hilarious, uplifting, moving, surprising, thought-provoking. In a negative way could be disappointing, disgusting. Remember that when you're talking about genders, not necessarily they're talking about books. They could be talking about music. They could talk about movies. Okay, so if you saw a movie recently, and you will say, so I remember that you saw a movie yesterday. Yes. So what's your opinion about the movie? Well, I felt really disappointed that the movie wasn't the thing that I expected, because the actors were this, and they, and you start giving your opinion. Okay. Disgusting, outdated, violent, bloody, depressing, predictable. There are sometimes movies that you already know what is the end because they are so predictable. What is predictable? Do you know what is predictable?
Predecible.
How?
Predecible.
Yes, okay. Disturbing is like too much violent, or there was a lot of there are different type of topics that probably they don't like to talk, and to you it's very disturbing when a movie talks certain type of topics that are really sensitive for you. Probably you don't like to talk these kind of topics, and when you don't like this type of topics, probably you don't go to the movies to see these type of topics. You don't listen to movies, or you don't listen to different type of songs because these topics, so they are inviting your privacy probably, and they could be very disturbing, okay, at a certain point of your life. Okay. Another could be thought-provoking, predictable, action-packed, tragic. Witty is ingeniosa, confusing. Have you seen that there's a lot of movies that are very witty, that they, I don't know, they have a very complex plot, el drama, that's very complex, and they are very witty because you don't know who the killer is, because they're giving you a lot of hints. Okay, easy to read, gripping, terrifying. Those are positive or negative. Okay, now, yes?
Excuse me. What is thought-provoking?
Thought-provoking.
Yes.
That makes you think. Que lo evoca usted a pensar, a analizar.
Okay.
Como los libros de self-help.
Ajá.
¿Lo hacen o no lo hacen analizar y pensar? Esos son los thought-provoking.
Ok. Me deja una reflexión, algo así.
Ajá, pero que provoquen usted. Hay libros que usted lee o ve películas o música por entretención, porque le gusta el ritmo, le gusta el actor, o es una película que es muy esperada por todas y ya, y solo el fin es entretener. Pero hay otras, como pueden ser los documentales, las películas basadas en hechos reales, y los libros de autoayuda, como usted me indica, que provocan en usted el pensar, el analizar el mensaje que está detrás de, el que si eso afecta a mi vida y cómo yo lo voy a tomar y transformar eso en un mensaje que yo pueda replicar o lo pueda llevar a la práctica. Eso sería thought provoking. Yes? Okay. Ay, ya me pasé. Perdón, guys. Okay, so we're finished for today. I hope that you really get the idea of the non-classes, because after this one, it talks another topic about the it's not difficult, but it has to do with the non-classes. Okay, if you have any questions, you tell me tomorrow and we try to do more exercises. Okay, are there any questions? No?
No, teacher.
No? Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye,
Very
teacher.
well.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow.
Good.
Bye.
See you.